Explosive power. Why can a powerlifter squat 300 kilos yet still get out-jumped by an athlete half his size? At first glance, this seems contradictory. If force produces motion, shouldn't the strongest person also be the most explosive? The answer lies in a critical distinction: the difference between strength and power. Simply put, strength is the ability to exert maximal force, regardless of how long it takes. Power, on the other hand, is the ability to produce force rapidly to move a load and reflects the combination of force and movement velocity. From a physics perspective, power is defined as force multiplied by velocity. P equals F times V. This means that the same power output can theoretically be produced in different ways, by relying more on force, more on speed, or a balance of both. Let's apply this to a deadlift. Consider the heavy grind. It produces a high force, 500 newtons, while moving at a slow 2 meters per second. This combination gives us 1,000 watts. In contrast, look at the speed pull. It requires only 100 newtons, yet moves rapidly at 10 meters per second. The outcome? It yields the exact same 1,000 watts. However, when we talk about explosiveness, we introduce an additional and critical constraint: time. This brings us to one of the most important concepts in explosive physiology: rate of force development, or RFD. In sport, it doesn't matter how strong you eventually become. What matters is how quickly you can express that strength. If we plot force against time, explosiveness is reflected by the steepness of the curve. The steeper the rise, the more explosive the movement. So, what creates that steep rise? It starts with the nervous system. Motor units are always recruited from low to high threshold. During explosive actions, this order does not change. Instead, neural drive rises extremely fast. As a result, high-threshold motor units, which control fast twitch fibers, are recruited very early, and firing frequency increases. At the same time, the nervous system increases firing frequency, allowing muscle tension to rise much faster. Finally, there is the hidden component: elasticity. You are not just muscle, you are also tendons. Think of your tendons as stiff springs utilized in the stretch-shortening cycle. When you dip down before a jump, your tendons stretch, storing kinetic energy like a slingshot. When you reverse the movement instantly, that stored energy is released, adding free power to your muscle contraction. In summary, explosive power is not defined by strength alone, but by how quickly force can be produced. It depends on rapid neural drive and firing frequency, early activation of fast-twitch motor units, and the effective use of elastic energy through the stretch-shortening cycle.